What is strategic maneuvering within an organization? Well, this is a form of political game, if you will. That is, it is a manner of exerting some level of power over internal or external players in a group by exerting some level of pressure or otherwise controlling their behavior through any political tactic or means, such as alliances or grouping together what we call insurgents or other things. But because it's political in nature, you're not using physical or destructive forces in order to exert power or influence over someone the way a bully would, for example. You're simply using alliances and some level of networking or connections with others to again control and influence others. So strategic maneuvering is a very important part of internal politics, as we call it. And there are various assumptions or factors that need to be observed when seeking to exert influence or control through a strategic maneuver. First is you need to understand what your competition or whoever you're battling with strategically has to gain or lose. Once you understand what they value, you'll be able to take steps or measures that somehow affect that. Next, you need to minimize the competition's knowledge about your capabilities and interests. That is, you're holding your position close to your chest, so they don't have a full or good understanding of, once again, what you are capable of, what you have to lose, or what matters the most to you. You'll probably start to draw some comparison here to what you see in battle or war tactics. That is, concealing your position, not letting the other side know how strong your position is, and things of that nature. Okay, next would be you need to understand the character, motivations, and behavior of the competitor. People react differently to different situations, particularly when you're going to be communicating with these individuals to either build some kind of alliance or to alienate them or some way, or to people react differently to however they are confronted, if you will. So understanding who you're dealing with, what their disposition is, how their motivations are going to affect them. Someone who has been beaten up and is at their wits' end probably would be able to take a lot less cajoling than someone who, once again, is in a well-seated position and has a lot to lose by not having that position anymore. Okay. Next, you're going to want to make subjective demands of the other side that don't show any particular type of emotion. So whatever you want, you're not trying to make it where they're somehow or believe somehow they are in control of your emotional state. It needs to be based upon the facts of the situation or scenario, once again, and it needs to be positioned as a value statement, that whatever you're trying to achieve in whatever relationship you have with them is based upon the value that you'll receive and the value that they'll receive in the situation. And be very focused and direct on what you want. Trying to maneuver strategically without having some definite or definitive purpose, once again, will serve to dilute your power. It makes the other side not take you seriously because they're not seeing the value proposition that they both stand in any sort of interaction that they have. So being direct, being focused on what you're asking for, what you're looking for, how you're trying to influence them, and not being arbitrary such that you're just influencing them for the purpose of influencing them, if you will. So these are 5 common tenets that you see that generally need to be in place with regard to strategic maneuvering.